all you space engineers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back in Space Engineers 2, and we are in the Kemik system, and we're starting to do our active contracts out here. Now, I picked up this contract, and I believe we have to restore a actually, I think we are going to disable a renegade pirate operation, which is actually a pretty good contract. There is a lot of resources out here and a lot of stuff available for salvage. So I believe that's the one. There was two of them, and I'm trying to remember which one it was we selected. So I wanted to get headed out in this direction and heading towards the active contract. So I should have probably looked before I got started here, but I didn't know if you wanted to watch me fly around. So if we hop while we are flying, if we hop outside, we can see that's Kemik down there, and I don't believe we have any contracts to go down to the surface, but that once we get all of our contracts done and into the next system as well, then maybe we can fly down to the surface in additional videos. So let's start slowing this thing down, and we'll start heading over and remember what we had to do, because again, it's finishing up blocks like the assembler and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and start kind of heading towards there. And we'll get landed, and we'll get this active contract done. So there's not as many active contracts in this district, and then we've got the new sector that was added a couple of weeks ago, which there's a few contracts in there. So then we're just kind of waiting for more additional stuff to be added. All right, we're getting close here. And let's see, I'm trying to remember. I should have looked, but we'll find out here soon enough. Okay. Start kind of cruising on in right over here. Alright, oh yeah, this is the Renegade hideout. I thought that was the one. Alright, according to our information, there's an iron deposit close by, so use your drill to search for possible entrances. We should have... Let's see, is there... let me double check. Make sure my ore detector is on. Solar panel. Survival kit, solar panel. Oh, I know what they want me to do. Yeah, okay. So what we need to do is cruise over here a little closer. And we have to get out of the ship. They want us to use our hand drill. Alright, so let's see. Let's hop out, but we better put on our jetpack so we don't fall into oblivion. And let's pull out the drill. And so there is iron right there and there. Let's see. I think we're looking for an entrance. Oh, there's an iron deposit. And we got a big hole here. I don't think... I think we're actually looking for an entrance. Let's go to that other iron deposit over here and see what we got. Get a little closer. I know it's here someplace. I think there was a third one down here. We're looking for an opening, if I remember correctly. All right, there's that iron deposit. All right, I'll tell you what, once I actually find the opening, I will catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Okay, I think I have found it. And what we are going to do, yeah, this is it. Because I can see some structure in there. Okay, so that's the opening, that's the iron deposit. So let's do it like this. We need to mark this spot. So let's go to our map. Actually, let's go into here. Go into our map. There we go. And GPS. And we're going to add a marker. And let's just call it Outlaw Entrance. How's that sound? Outlaws. I like that. Outlaw Entrance. All right. Now we can get back out of here. Exit out. Exit out. Oh, come on. Oh, close. There we go. All right. All right. So we found this. And we found the base. All right, so what do we need to do? We need to destroy the gear forge. So right now, we've got to find a way up. Let's see. And where is that at? Okay. Where is the gear forge? Let's put this away. It should give us pointing to our objective. These are containers. That's great. Where do we get into the base at? I thought there was a shaft. All right. Either this way? No. Not the grinder. Oh, here we shoot. All right, let's come down through here. Captain Obvious here. Hang on. All right, down we go. Down in, more catwalks. And I think we are coming up to it. Here we go. Well, you know what? We're just going to grind our way through to get the inside. There we go. Let's get some more of this stuff out of the way. All right. Okay, we are in. Now, gotta find the gear forge. I'm not finding the little markers that there's a battery, refinery we're supposed to destroy. Gravity generator. All right, let's go up. And let's see. Aha. Take this door out. There we go. Gear forge. Of course, it's full. I am going to actually go back to the ship. Well, actually, you know what we're going to do? We can throw some of the parts into here. Not many of them, I guess. That's kind of small. All right, that's... All right, there's got to be more storage around here. You know, load some of these parts. And can't waste parts. I have not been one to waste parts. All right, so let's see. Well, you know what? Just there we go. That's got that objective complete. We've got another gear forge right here. Yeah, inventory's full.
Inventory full.
All of that stuff's getting dropped down there. All right. So that's got that. We've got to find a refinery. Let's see. Let's open this. Okay. Well, I am going to go back to the ship, and then we'll go and find that refinery. So give me just a second here. And we are going to unload some of this stuff. And then I got to reposition the ship probably, which will probably be good. So let's do this. When I get back to repositioning the ship and getting it out of here, I will catch back up with you here in just a little bit. Well, I got the ship turned around. What I did notice, though, is, and I had a hard time finding it, for whatever reason, the antenna, and I don't see the antenna, but it's not broadcasting. So I don't know if I hit something, but I do have it marked over here. It's just right outside the entrance, so I'll be able to find the ship, but I'm gonna have to do some research on that and see what happened, why that is not broadcasting anymore. But we can come back in through here. Let's get back down here, and let's see if we can get that refinery destroyed. Back in. Turn sideways. Through the door there. All right. Let's figure out where that refinery is. I think it should be. Where are we at? probably do this way. There it is. That big old thing, right? Refinery. And
Inventory full.
yeah,
Inventory full. Inventory
all right,
full.
contract finished. Okay, well, I can load up some of this supplies, and then we're going to be able to go back. And actually, leaving that marker there, that GPS of the outlaw base, then we'll be able to find this place. And then there's as you can see, there's a lot of resources in here that we could use. So we'll just leave that as that. We'll just take what we got back, and then we're going to go get another contract. And I'm going to try to figure out why the sledge is not transmitting. Because I didn't remember turning anything off. But let's unload this stuff. And we might have to build a couple of more storage bins. We can do those very easily. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. This is a good way to update this ship and give you more access. And you've got the survival kit right there. You could put one right there, and then on each of these thrusters. So let's do that. Let's grab a block. Let's go into G. Logistics. Cargo container. Yeah, that's the one we want. And we want the smaller size, which would be that one right there. Let's flip that. There we go. That will go there. And then if we come over here, we can do the same thing on this side. And literally, I think we could put one right here too if we wanted to. And let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Let's make this ship as ugly as possible. So now, what do we need? Let's get our welder out and let's see what parts we need. Steel plates, construction motor, steel plates. Should have a bunch of that. And motors. All right, let's see what we can do here. And we need, construction components. Better grab some of those. And we should have plenty of those. All right. All right. And these are all tied into the conveyor system. So this will give us more storage for stuff. There we go. I've been meaning to do that. So if we come down here now, we go to this cargo container. We have 3 more cargo containers that we can load up. Plus we've got the connector. So we've got a lot of storage as we start gathering up supplies. Okay. Well, I will catch back up with you once I am back at the contract terminal. And we've got this marked, so we'll be able to find this place again. All right, let's get turned around here. All right, I'll see you at the contract terminal. Okay, I am just getting landed here at the contract terminal. Get a little farther in. Let's get settled down. P. There we go. We can hop out. And let's go turn this in. All right. All right. Turn that in. Complete. All right. What do we get? Contract completed. Pollination achieved. Restoration Tier 2. Gyroscope Tier 2. And grid control Tier 2. Let's see what that means. Restoration. Revival and recharge. Oh, I wonder if that means we got the medical room. And was it movement? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. All right. So we have completed that. Let's see what our next one is. So we've got hydrogen production facility, and we got uranium mining. Uranium mine was being upgraded with a reactor when a power surge damaged electrical systems across the facility. Repair the damaged systems, build the reactor, and search the mine for some uranium to... All right. Let's go ahead and accept that one. That one's pretty good. All right. And... so let's see how far away. Oh, that's only 14 kilometers. Perfect. Now, still haven't figured out how I have managed to turn off the sledge's signal, and I still got to figure that out. But let's go ahead and I thought I hit park on that before, but apparently not. All right, let's get turned around here. Let's get lined up with our active contract. Turn our dampeners off. There's some ice out there. We'll go ahead and grab the ice so that we keep our ship fueled. Our batteries are at 100%, which is a good thing. All right, this is not going to take long to get here. And you know what? We're going to put a GPS system here as well, because this has got uranium. And when I was just playing around, that was kind of hard to find. So we're going to take advantage of having that, especially if we decide to build a base down on the planet. So I better turn those dampeners on. And let's see what we got over here. So we had a power surge, huh? Start slowing down a little bit. There we go. We're getting slowed. Just got to be careful. You don't want to run into anything too fast. All right. Where's our landing pad? Oh, we're heading right straight for it. Let's see if we can't get leveled off here. Okay, investigate the mine. Investigate the power issues. Alright, we should be able to just kind of cruise right on in. Okay, so repair the damaged batteries across the facility. Come on. Give me the ability to... Having all kinds of problems today. There we go. Now we can lock it. Okay, let's get back inside. Let's turn our power off. Turn those off, and let's turn our lights off. Just conserve. Alright, we can hop out. Okay, so we have to repair the batteries. Probably should be one inside here. Start with. And yep, there is one right upstairs. Let's see what we got. Suppose we should grab some of that. And let's see what else. Grab some more of that. Because we're probably going to need it. See what kind of components we got in here. Oh, we got ice. Let's grab that ice. Repair this battery. Alright, we need electronic parts. Are there any electronic parts around? We've got to... You know what? Let's just go down to the ship. Since I've got ice anyway, let's get down to the ship. We can throw this ice in here. There we go. The O2 generator, drop that in. And that immediately goes to the top. Electronic parts, where are you? Right there. Let's grab about 10 of those, 20 of those that are... Okay, that should give us enough. Oh, we should see what we got in here as well. Might be more ice. Yep, more ice. That is how we can keep the ship charged up. All right. Let's finish getting that battery built. And where are we at here? Right here. All right, that one's done. Okay, battery 2. Like we got one down here. We got in here anything? We got probably everything we need to do this battery. There we go. That one's done. Okay, that's 2. Got let's see, what do we got in here? Anything? We don't really need those. We're gonna leave those. All right. We've got a battery out there, so we've got to head outside, which is probably, yeah, it's out there. So if I think we can get out this way. I'm guessing those are all supposed to be airlocks, but there's really nothing with oxygen, so hopefully we got enough stuff. We got that one built. All right, nice. That one's done. Now our other one is up. And so let's see what we got up here. Right down here. Oh, what am I missing? Steel. Got any? Well, you know what? We're gonna just grab a little bit of steel right here. There's plenty of it. Let's just come over here and And we'll grab that. Let's see if that's enough to get us built. Yeah, that's all we needed. All right. Okay. Repair the yellow conveyor line leading from mine to the reactor. All right. Which I believe we went by that. Down here. Yeah, all right. So, yep. All right. What do we need? Steel tubes. Steel tubes. Steel plates and steel tubes. All right. Let's go grab those out of the ship. We should have plenty of those. And if we can find our way back to the ship. That out through here. No. Lost again. As usual. Down. Nope. Oh, where in the world are we? Down? Which way did I come in? I must have come in through this way? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is it. All right. And that was steel plates and tubes. So let's go grab those. Man, I don't have too many of those steel tubes, do I? And then steel plates. Oh, we can go ahead and put this ice in. Where's that O2 generator? Which we're gonna put that right back up to the top. Steel plates. And so let's... Alright. Now, do we have to go inside? Yeah, we're gonna have to go inside. Little jittery there. I think that's just things aren't quite optimized. Because it kind of depends. Sometimes you get around structures. One of the things I don't like is the welder. I think the contact area needs to be expanded a little bit. All right, let's get this one built. All right, we got more right here. Hopefully I got enough stuff. Okay. Go. I'm getting low on tubes. Come on. See, sometimes that just doesn't connect, and it should. It shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, see, that should... Alright, so that objective is done. Return to the contract. Oh, we finished. I thought we had to... mine some uranium. Well, we've got uranium right here. So that's why we're going to put a marker on this area because it does have uranium. I hate putting those GPS markers because you can't hide them. But there is obviously a lot of stuff here too for supplies that we can get and utilize. Let's see. Is this the way out? No. Or I can never remember how to get it. Oh, that's coming from the mine. Oh. This way? Yeah, it was this way to get out. I don't... maybe I did check these lockers. Okay, so this one is back to the contract terminal. But before I go, we're going to put a marker right here. And let's go map, GPS, add GPS. You mine. That should do it. Don't think we need anything more than that. All right, and let's close this. In. And let's hop back in the ship. All right, I will see you back over the contract terminal. And here we are back at the contract terminal. We're just getting parked. Park, and we can turn our thrusters off and our lights off. I have a feeling my antenna got knocked off somehow, so we're probably going to have to build a new antenna on here. I don't see it anywhere, and I wonder if I can just kind of plug it right in there, but we can't do that here because we're in a safe zone, so we're in a no build zone right here. Well, let's go ahead and get this turned in. Let's land and walk up here. That would be better. All right. So this we are going to get logistics tier 2, atmospheric thrusters tier 2, an ore detector tier 2, so the larger one, and then more communications. So I guess that's antenna. All right, so let's complete this. Contract completed. Colonization progress achieved. So there's all of those tiers that we were getting. And so if we go into G and we look at, let's see, let's do antenna. So I think that gives us, the larger one. Yeah, that gave us the larger antenna. So that's the tier 2. Those are 3 and 4. So, all right. Well, let's grab this last available contract. I think this is the last available one. So this will give us quite a bit. Let's see where this is at. And we're going to see if it's close enough to get this one done. It's 30 kilometers. Let's see, I don't want to go up there. Out. Actually, I do want to go up here. No, I don't. Why am I lost again? I think it's out this door here. Yep. Let's go over there and see if we can get that hydrogen done, and then we'll kind of take it from there. I'll see you over there where the active contract is. All right, here we are. We're rolling into the hydrogen production facility, and we should be able to get loaded up on ice as well here. All right, where is our landing pad? Oh, we're upside down. Looks like this is where we can land. Let's motor right into here. All right, so we got to repair this like we've got to do some repair work, which is not surprising. All right, let's lock that. Let's turn our thrusters off and our lights off. We're pretty good on our hydrogen. And so let's hop out. All right, so we are going to need steel tubes, which I don't have that many steel tubes. We got 8. You know, I think what we're going to have to do here is probably go to our ore. So let's pull this out. We've got magnesium, nickel, copper, iron, and we've got to repair these lines. And so let's do this. Let's go into here and see what we need as far as just iron. All right, so let's go and get a bunch of iron wherever that is. Looks like inside. Let's see if we can get all the way through. All right, down to the iron. Probably going to need a bunch of it. Okay, let's just get some iron. Just completely fill up with iron because that will probably going to end up utilizing most of it on these conveyor lines. And so while we're doing this, while we're getting these built, just reiterate that this is alpha. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that is still in the works. So if we do this, all right, where's our, get back here. Which one is this? This looks like the white line. So let's go ahead and just start building on it. So there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done. This is just a basic game. I'm actually kind of looking forward to 2.2, which is going to bring in a lot more survival elements. It's going to bring in a proper GPS system, which will be nice. So I think we're going to see a lot of different changes once the next iteration rolls out. All right, so let's see. That was the white line. Let's go ahead and start on the yellow line here. And I think this runs all the way through to here. Again, another facility with a lot of resources that you'll be able to kind of take out. So I don't know if we're going to want to mark this one. That looks like that is good. And looks like we might have to go get some more iron, maybe. Alright, so that's the yellow line. So we just got the blue line, which I saw coming in right here. Okay. So yeah, you know, if you like the game, or you give it a thumbs up, if you're giving it a thumbs down on the video, let me know why. If it's the game that you're giving it the thumbs down to, that's fine. If it's the video, leave some comments. let me know how to improve. Anyway, oh, missing materials. All right, so we need some more iron. And I know where we can get some of that. Let's see, up. Let's get down in through here. I don't know how much more we're going to need, so we're not going to get a full backpack full of iron. I know that the devs are working on it. This was just so that they could get some feedback on what needed to be fixed and repaired. You know, start getting bugs out of the way, which I don't mind playing and being in help to provide that kind of information back. Because I think ultimately in the end it's going to be a really cool game when it's all said and done. The graphics, once they get everything optimized and that sort of thing, should be a really nice game to play. All right, we got more to repair here. One more. Let's see. Close. Oh, it looks like we got some more to repair here. And try to keep in mind, don't compare this to SE1. It's going to be a different type of game, I believe. All right, so we need to construct the O2 generators. And they are back into here. All right. We got one here. That's the gear forge. Right here. What do we need? Oh, we need all kinds of things. Plus compressors. Let's see what we need for parts. We may have the parts. R. All right, so compressors, magnesium powder we might not have. But I did notice that there was some magnesium here. What do we got in here? Well, there's a compressor. And I don't think we need those. Anything else? More ice. We're good on ice. More compressors. All right. Let's see how much of this we can get built. There's the steel plates. We need more compressors. Turbine blades, we got 2. What do we got over here? Compressors and turbine blades. Go ahead and put those in. Magnesium powder. I don't suppose. Well, let's do this. I saw magnesium someplace in here. This might be easier. We'll do this. We'll grab the magnesium powder. Or at least I'm sure it's going to turn it into magnesium powder. Now we can't mine the stuff for compressors. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see if that's enough. And let's bring this back out, and we're going to go to R. Let's see. And that was enough to get that done. We need a little more iron, but we're not going to worry about that. So we need iron, magnesium, and nickel. Oh, I still have magnesium. So let's go get some more iron. And there should be some nickel out there close by as well. was it this way? And actually, there is our 2 other hydrogen machines that we need to repair. All right. All right, let's get some nickel. Where is that nickel at? Right over up here. Oh yeah, I see it in there. All right, let's get this nickel. That should give us enough materials to... Well, we might actually have to find the compressors, though. We may not be able to completely do it with raw materials. Okay. Welder. Yeah, we're going to need the compressors. Let's get this one going. Let's see if there's some compressors around. Might have some on the ship as well. Actually, let's just go to the ship, I think. Oh yeah, we got to build those too. All right, let's see what we got on the ship here. Let's see if we got enough compressors. Where are our compressors? Got 9. That is not enough. Might have to do a little bit of a search here. Where are we going? We are needing to go back. Oh, this was the way I came in. We headed out from here. All right, let's see if we can at least get one of these done. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to hunt for some compressors. Let's just see. Search the facility. Oh, this is not tied into the... oh, come on. Here we go. This has got to have 16 compressors. Grab all of that. Let's see if that is enough to get it done. Okay. Got that one done. All right. I guess we could use a little more iron. All right. I know it says it's at 70%, but let's just get it all the way built up. All right. And then let's do this one. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing compressors still? Thought I had some. And we're missing iron. What do we have? Oh, we got 13 compressors. We just don't have enough iron. All right, more iron coming up. And let's get a ton of this. Oh, inventory full. Fine, we can take care of that too. All right. Still missing components? No, we're not. All right, that one's done. All right, so we got hydrogen tanks to construct and debris to clear away. All right, so let's do some looking here. We come back up here. We come down to here. Let's see what these have. These have heavy plates and turbine blades. Let's see what we need to finish completing inside in here. We may be able to grind those down and just use them into here. So this needs heavy duty plates, pressure pipes, turbine blades, lead. Oh boy. Oh, we had just enough stuff to get that one done. Nice. Okay. We could go grab heavy plates out of here. We're going to have to destroy these anyway. And then we can bring those down to here. Finish this off with heavy plates. Let's check this other one out over here. Chrome coating, lead bar, turbine blades, and heavy duty plates. Well, let's see if we can get one of these cleared out anyway. Almost. All right. That one's completed. Let's go ahead and throw these heavy plates into here. Ah, it says it is completed. All right. We are almost out of energy, so let's go hop in the old ship here. The other thing we're going to try to do is build an antenna on this thing, because I don't know why we don't have the antenna or where I lost it at. All right, that one. Let's see what we got here.
Inventory full.
Uh-oh. There goes a plate bounding away. All right. Try not to throw debris around. Just one of those things. All right. Okay. And I know the objective's complete, but can't leave a job half done. And that plate is long gone. All right, let's see what's left on this one. Those plates are heavy. We can throw these into here. They do take up a lot of space. And we'll throw that compressor in there. All right, I think we can just about... All right, contract finished. All right, before we do anything else, I'm going to see if I can throw an antenna onto this thing. And I'm thinking, see if I can't get it to fit right in there. So let's go to our antennas. Drop this down into here. And let's see if we can turn that. That will go right there nicely. that. Steel tube, electronic parts. Steel tube, electronic parts. Oh, I am out of steel tubes. Let's put these in here. Let's grab a little bit of this. And electronic parts. All right, we got and there it is, sledge. I don't know what happened, but there we go. We got our antenna back, and it's kind of covered in there. So let's go ahead and empty out our backpack. Oh, is it worth putting a GPS down for this facility? Yeah, why not? We're getting close to where I might want to just start trying to build some stuff, and it's nice to have this stuff available. And we're just going to call this Hydromine. And yes. All right, let's close. Okay, I will see you back at the contract facility, and I think that's just about going to finish up today's episode. We'll see if that gets us done here. So actually, let's turn on our thrusters. Power on, power on, and again we got our good old sledge back, so we'll be able to find it. And let's get out of here without crashing into anything. And there it is. I will see you back at the contract terminal. Okay, here we are back at the contract terminal. I'm just getting landed here. I'm just getting landed here. I think I'm just getting landed here. Come on. There we go, parked. Let's turn our control panel, turn our thrusters off and our lights off. And we can pop out of here. And we have our familiar sledge identifier there, so we're good on that. And let's go get this turned in. We'll see what's left here in this quadrant. All right, let's complete. Colonization progress achieved. Contract completed. Space movement tier 2. I think that was the atmospheric thrusters, or maybe not, production blocks. But let's take a look. Movement tier 2. So I think it was on these, the atmospheric, that's tier 3. Tier 3. So maybe it was the gyroscopes we got the tier 2 on. I know one of them was logistics. We were getting some of that. That might have been the last one. And what else? Oh, production. Oh, I don't know if it was a similar fabricator. Anyway, we've got more blocks. All right. So let's see what engineering communication station. So that gives us sector progress. And that gives us this information. Let's accept this. We're not going to do it today, but we can see how far away we are. It's 34 kilometers, so let's head back out to our ship. And we'll wrap this up. All right, so we added more cargo bays. It looks goofy as hell, but that's okay. We can haul a lot of stuff. And we managed to get our antenna back on. We took care of a renegade base. We took care of a hydrogen facility. And I thought there was a third one that we took care of. What was it? Man, I'm getting old. Can't remember stuff. All right, well, I think we're going to wrap this up right here and call it good. Oh, it's uranium mine. We did that uranium mine. So we did 3 different contracts today. Okay, all you space engineers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video. And please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, engineers, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.